Only fools would walk away, but we're standing here today. Through the storms and history, only fools in SAFC. Sunderland till the day I die, underneath the Wearside sky. Through it all we still believe, only fools in SAFC.
Well, hello. So it's finished. Burnley 2, Sunderland 0. Welcome to the highs and lows of the Premier League, I'm afraid. If ever there was a massive wake-up call, then that was it this afternoon. You know, from the massive highs that we had against West Ham last week to that really, really low today. Really awful performance, especially second half. You know, not taking out away from Burnley. Credit to them, they deserved it in the second half. They wanted it more. But we started off, you know, with, as expected, one change. So Omar Alderete came in for Jensen Seelt. So we had Robin Roos in goal. We had a back four of Traherne, Dan Ballard, Alderete and Reinildo. Midfield three of Xhaka, Diarra and Siddiqui, with Talbi and Adingra on the wings, with Elijah Mienda up front. And the game started perfectly well, really. After 3 minutes, we get a free kick. Ball's played to the back post. Dan Ballard with a great header back across goal. Elijah Mienda's 2 yards out. Just got to put it in the back of the net. And he just seems to wave a foot at it. You know, you'd expect him to rifle it in the back of the net. Just power in. Knee confidence. I'm really, really surprised after he got his goal last week. I thought confidence would have been high. But like I say, it was a poor effort, a poor finish. Keeper saves it. And from there, the chance is gone. And to compound the misery, Dan Ballard looks like he's got a groin injury. The way, after he did the header, the way he landed, he seemed to dry his leg. He's forced off. And the afternoon just got worse after that. Jensen Seelt came on to replace him. And the rest of the first half was nervy, edgy, it was slow, it was a bit of a bore fest if I'm honest. But we had another good chance later on in the half when Chemsdean Talbi gets through on the left hand side, races through, tries to chip it over Dubravka, but it just drifts wide of the far post. And apart from that, that was kind of it. Like I say, it was a slow build up. They were sitting deep. We couldn't break them down. And like I say, the first half just drifted into nothing. We were getting more and more sloppy as the half went on. The amount of times we give the ball away in good areas, or when we got to the final third and didn't create anything at all. And Burnley were the same. They were kind of getting forward, but the final ball in that last third for both teams was non-existent. And they had a good chance right at the end of the half. Cross comes in. Anthony has a good chance. Header at the back post, puts it wide. But apart from that, see that the first half was a bit of a nothing. Adingra was booked for a bit of fisticuffs with Hannibal. Hannibal's a wind-up merchant. He gets it under your skin, you know, and he winds you up. He had a bit of a set to with Alderete as well during the first half. Adingra gets booked for kind of slapping across the face, which was checked for a red card, but it wasn't a red card, never a red card. It was just a bit of handbags. But half time, it's 0-0, and we're hoping that we come out second half like we did against West Ham last week, where we push a bit higher up the pitch with a bit more urgency. However, we are the ones that get caught cold. A really, really poor goal to give away. You know, 46 minutes, we'll give the ball away. It comes out to Cullen, and Jensen Seelt for me has got to get out and close him down. But Jensen Seelt, in his wisdom, decides just to nail down and gives Cullen the angle to bend it round him into the far corner. Surely you've got to get out and panic him into the shot. And we didn't. It's a really, really, really poor defensively from Jensen Seelt. And it's a really poor goal to give away. But that gives Burnley the tails up, you know. And from there, they grew in confidence, and we were awful after that. Again, our build-up was just slower and slower. From the back, we just seemed to hang on to the ball too long. When we got to the final third, we kept giving the ball away. You know, little passes inside that were just going astray. Burnley were picking us off. We made changes. Obviously, Lafayette came on. And Roberts came on, but that just shows to me that we still need more quality, because when you make subs like that, and Enzo Lafayette ends up playing on the left hand side, which we know he can't play there, and Roberts on the right hand side for me isn't good enough either. So this is why I think we're still trying to sign more wingers as cover for Adingra and Talbi, and it didn't work. You know, Isidore came on and didn't get into the game either. We created absolutely nothing. The keepers had nothing to save after that chance in the 3rd minute. That's the worrying sign. that's the worrying sign for me this afternoon. Is no disrespect to Burnley, but this is a team who conceded 3 goals last week and are expected to struggle at the bottom of the league along with us, and we created absolutely nothing at all, and that's a worrying sign. And I think we still need some investment in the squad. But well done, Burnley. You know, like I say, a second half they deserved it more. They were the better side, and they deservedly got a second goal. Caught us on the break. Cullen with a great ball to Anthony. Roofs comes out. He makes Anthony's mind up. Takes it round him. Left foot shot. Roof the net. 2-0 game hour. You know, there's 10 minutes added on for that stupid floodlight, whatever was going with the floodlights, these flashing, that was going on. But disappointing afternoon. Like I say, a big wake-up call. For me, identifies that we still need more strength in depth, because the midfield was poor today. Ryan Aildo, I thought, was awful today. The amount of times he gave the ball away at left back, shocking. Alderete the same, guilty of giving the ball away in stupid places. The midfield 3, Siddiqui and Diarra, didn't really get into the game. When they did, we didn't have the energy to get forward and get behind Burnley. And all of it, like, all in all, was a really poor afternoon and a poor performance. But we've now got we've got the Huddersfield game during the week. We've then got Brentford at home the week after. It is what it is. You know, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like I said, in this league, you're going to have highs and lows. But like I've said, the worrying thing for me is this is against a team who are expected to be struggling down the bottom with us. And these are the games that you have to perform well in and you have to take points from. And we haven't today. We never showed up, especially second half. We got caught cold and never recovered and never got in the game and never created any chances. Mark Hugh came on as well and didn't really get into the game. And it was just a really poor afternoon. A poor, sloppy, lack of energy performance that is really disappointing me, because I expect a lot better today. Maybe it was overconfidence. Maybe the players were overconfident. Like I said, in this league, if you're not on your A game and you're not at your best, you get beat. And that's exactly what happened today. I hope it wasn't overconfidence. I hope we didn't go there expecting just to roll over Burnley, because like I say, you do that and you get beat and you come unstuck. But I don't know, a strange performance after the highs from last week. It was lack of energy, lack of creativity, and it's disappointing. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Man of the match today for us, I'd struggle probably. I didn't know. Anybody played well today? I didn't think. Probably. I don't know. Probably Xhaka. Looked a calm at times, but even him give the ball away sometimes and looked slow when we got caught on the break. But probably the 2,300 fans will get people of the match. We'll give them. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Not to panic. It's only the second game, but worrying signs that we've give up points there to a team, one of our rivals. Disappointing performance. On to next week. We'll have a much changed side against Huddersfield, I think, during the week, where the fringe players will be playing, like some Massive Walker, where we new defender McQuillia, Enzo Lafayette, Dan Neil, Chris Riggle probably all get a game. We'll probably see Kiwi or Isidore be playing as well. So them players will be looking for a state of claim to put a performance in to then play against Brentford next Saturday, and hopefully we can get back to winning ways and make the stadium like the fortress. But all in all, disappointing afternoon. 3 points lost. Burnley 2, Sunderland 0. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Until the next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.
Sunderland's where we live and fight with pride.